kidding. Aren't you glad? Today we're actually going to talk about carpet cleaners, and we're going to talk about 5 reasons why you absolutely should buy one, and they're the greatest thing ever, and 5 reasons why it would be an entirely huge waste of money and you should not do it and probably just hire a professional. We're also going to find out why my son is so upset in this picture. If you're excited to hear about this or you need this information, then please subscribe and comment below. Let's get started. The number 1 reason why you should, I don't know if this is actually the most important reason. It's just a reason. The first one in my list, not in any particular order because I actually think other ones are more important, but the first reason why you should buy a carpet cleaner is because the stains come out easier when they're fresh. I can't do anything about that. And if you were to go out and you were to hire a carpet cleaner, you would have to wait for a day or two, probably, for them to show up. And by that time, the stain would be dry and it just wouldn't come out as easy. So, stains come out easier when they're fresh. If you had a carpet cleaner at home, you could just work on it right then. So, number 1 reason. The second reason why you absolutely need a carpet cleaner is because it's convenient and right there when there's some nastiness that has happened. And so it kind of sounds like it relates to the first one, which is, that stains come out better when they're fresh, but this is like beyond the stain. We're not talking about the stain here. We're talking about the nastiness factor here. And so, yeah, sure, stains come out better when they're fresh and we don't want the stains, but when there is nastiness and you have a carpet cleaner, you can really get it cleaned up right away and get rid of the nastiness. And there's something really nice about that. The third reason why you should have a carpet cleaner is because you love to see the before and after of having cleaned up some dirty carpet. That's a real thing, really. They have whole YouTube channels out there on things like popping zits or power washing things. And so it's a real thing. You could just really, really love seeing the difference between dirty carpet and clean carpet. I have to admit that there is a little bit of me that really loves that as well. Probably not enough to use it extra often, but enough that it is satisfying to clean the carpet. That is our third reason why you should have a carpet cleaner. The fourth reason why you absolutely need a carpet cleaner is kids, dogs, potty accidents, which is sort of kids, but maybe it's somebody else's kid. So potty accidents, soda and food and eating in front of the TV instead of at the dinner table, and all of these reasons, because that's what real life has. Those are the reasons that you need a carpet cleaner. Because then you don't have to be all hyper diligently worried about everything going on. You can kind of breathe a little bit and let it all, happen. Try and stop it. Obviously, we don't want to do that. But if it does happen, you don't have to get all worked up about it. You can just be like, okay, well, let's get the carpet cleaner out. Let's clean it up. So the 5th reason, which is sort of my number 1 reason, is that, because we kind of did them backwards, but whatever. The 5th reason why you need a carpet cleaner is because you want your carpets cleaned more often than you can kind of afford to get them cleaned, or that you can bother scheduling it. I know that my carpets weren't necessarily nasty, but that water that I got out of them, yeah, nasty. So you want your carpets cleaned more often than you are willing to pay for somebody to come and do it for you. That is the 5th reason that you need a carpet cleaner. The first reason why you absolutely should not buy a carpet cleaner, and it is the biggest waste of money ever, is because you have to actually have the motivation and time to use it. So let's be honest with yourself. Are you going to get the carpet cleaner out and actually use it, or is it going to sit in a closet somewhere or on the side of the bedroom as a dirty laundry rack and just sit there collecting dust? Because if you're not going to use it, don't buy it. The second reason why you should not buy a carpet cleaner is because they're disgusting to clean. And you have to clean them after every single stinking use, or they break easier and they just don't work as well. They're disgusting to clean. Really disgusting. I'll put some video in. It's not good. So, unless you're really willing to do that, don't buy a carpet cleaner. Because if you buy a carpet cleaner and you don't put the effort into cleaning it, it will not clean as well, and it will break sooner, and it will be a waste of money. So don't waste your money if you're not going to clean it after you use it. The third reason why you don't want to buy a carpet cleaner is because all of your friends and family will want to borrow it. And the chances of them taking care of it and cleaning it up and everything else that you do to make sure that it stays running well, the chances of them actually doing all of those things, well, it's a very low percentage. So low that I will not disclose it to protect the innocent and because I love my friends. Since you can't lend out your carpet cleaner without it running the risk of it coming back in poor shape, then when they ask, then you're still going to want to help your friends. And so they ask to borrow it, and you're like, well, I don't know if I really want to lend it out. And so you volunteer to go and clean their carpets for them. Now, in my case, I have done that several times and had an absolute blast because I was in fabulous company and I was having such a great time. However, that does run the risk of being in the not so fun category sometimes, depending on who the company is. So, if you don't want to go clean other people's carpets, don't buy a carpet cleaner. Because you don't want to lend it out. Believe me, you don't. The fourth reason why you don't want to buy a carpet cleaner is because professionals, when they clean your carpets, they kind of have this dry clean method or something. And so when they're done, your carpets are practically dry. And an hour later, you can't even tell, except for the fact that they're clean, of course, that they cleaned the carpets. And so that's really nice. And when you clean with a home carpet cleaner, no matter how hard you try, your carpets are going to be slightly wetter than if the professionals cleaned them. So, it's not fun to walk on slightly damp carpet. So you have to turn on the ceiling fan and not walk on it most of the day. And so if it bothers you to have slightly damp carpet most of the afternoon or whatever, then however long it takes you to clean the carpets, then don't buy a carpet cleaner. And the fifth reason why you should not buy a carpet cleaner and just go ahead and hire a professional is because sometimes there's stink involved that you just can't get out with a home carpet cleaner. Straight up, professional carpet cleaners, they do a little bit better job and they have a little bit better equipment. And so when there is some stink involved, a professional carpet cleaner is probably the way to go. When my son was younger, and he got sick, and he puked on the couch. I'm sure that's happened to many of you. If it happened to you, Tell me about it in the comments below. Or if it puked somewhere else that it just was not easy to clean up. So after cleaning it up as best I could, I realized that stink, I was not going to get it out. It was just going to linger there forever. And the only chance that I had of resurrecting that couch, which had been completely killed when he vomited on it, was a professional. I needed a professional. So the couch had been professionally cleaned by carpet cleaner 2 days earlier. And my son had his little sippy cup, and he was shaking it around, and some of the little sippy cup stuff got on the couch, and it was just a tiny bit damp. It was only water. I wasn't too worried about it. And then he got into the cereal cupboard. We were having a good day that day. It was very active. And I really like Lucky Charms. They're not good for you, but neither are cookies or ice cream or many other desserts, brownies, those kinds of things. And so I'm like, they're not any worse for you than those things. So no judging. I like Lucky Charms, but I don't just necessarily like Lucky Charms. There is a certain part of the Lucky Charms that I like, and that would be the first, maybe even the second, bowl of cereal out of the box, because it has the most marshmallows in it. Now, I don't necessarily want to add extra marshmallows because I like the mix, but I just think it needs a slightly heavier marshmallow load than it comes with. But the marshmallows kind of settle to the top of a Lucky Charms box. So the first time that you pour a bowl of cereal out of a Lucky Charms box, it is blessed with an abundance of marshmallows. I had already eaten about half the box, which is about all of the box that I actually usually want to eat. So I wasn't like super upset that my son had gotten into the cereal cupboard and gotten out this box of Lucky Charms. The thing that bothered me was the fact that he took it from the kitchen and walked into the other room with the box and dumped it out on the couch and the floor right there. The couch that was slightly damp because of his sippy cup. I don't know if you've ever poured out a box of Lucky Charms, but at the bottom of the box there is this magic dust. And I call it magic dust because when it spills on a slightly damp couch, it does not come off. It is really a pain. It's just grouchy making stuff. And I just had the couch cleaned. So he does this. He spills this box of Lucky Charms, and I could feel the anger in me. Do not dump out that box of Lucky Charms. But I did the good thing. Deep breath, count to 10, and I thought, you know what? When my first child dumped out a box of cereal, I thought, oh, look how cute, he dumped out a box of cereal. And I went and got the camera, and I took a picture, and it was just so cute. And I thought, I'm going to do that this time. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get the camera, and it's just going to be cute, and we're just going to be like, haha, he hasn't actually caused 1,000 disasters already this morning, and it's not even 9 o'clock. We're just going to pretend that this is the first disaster that he has caused in weeks, and it's so cute. And that the Lucky Charm dust, the magic powder that it has, isn't stuck to the couch. So I went and got the camera. By the time I got back with the camera, he was not with the cereal anymore. Nope. So I'm like, well, you have to be in the picture. That's kind of part of the fun of it. You have to actually be part of the picture. So I picked him up and I put him back in it, but he did not like that because the Lucky Charms were like sticking to him, and yeah. So that story is kind of why you should have a home carpet cleaner and why you should use a professional. Use a professional because you can't get all the stink all the time. Have a home carpet cleaner because your son might dump Lucky Charms magic dust on your freshly cleaned couch that is slightly damp from his sippy cup spilling, and you need to clean it up.